For just a few minutes, I would like to take you with me on an imaginary journey. Imagine you're part of a group of self-nominated canine experts. As a group, you want to monetize your expertise with dogs. None of you have veterinary or medical experience. But one of you gets a sudden brainstorm and points out to the group that amino acids are extremely low in dogs. You all decide that the way to make an impact on the veterinary scene is to publicize this shortcoming and offer a prepared diet for dogs, a diet based on the latest research and information on what dogs need to be healthy and live longer. The diet would obviously be completely different to anything seen before. It would be based entirely on raw fish. It would be depicted in the form of a pyramid. The pyramid would depict raw fish occupying a big chunk of the base, and meat would be in the very tip of the pyramid, making meat almost irrelevant. The only problem the group could see was that dogs may not like raw fish. So it was decided that to make raw fish palatable to dogs, a cocktail of chemicals could be put together that would make the fish irresistible. It would be so tasty to dogs that when eating this particular raw fish, they would reach a bliss point where their desire would be never-ending. You might say this would make dogs addicted to raw fish. The group agreed that this brilliant, completely new idea would skyrocket their ambitions and make them all wealthy. So they put their plan into action. At this point, I want to ask you, the reader, just one question. If this was real, what do you think this would do to the health of our dogs? Would we even allow it to happen? You see, this is not a little fantasy story. The story is actually based entirely on facts. Only the players have changed. In the real world, what I described were actual events that began around 40 years ago, when we became the unfortunate victims of other people's bright ideas. We were forced to abandon a natural, intuitive diet, a diet that had served us well for generations. Instead, we were forced on a diet that was the direct opposite to our existing diet. The new diet was never trialed or tested in any laboratory anywhere in the world. If you want to learn more about this story, you'll find it in the book, The Food Industry Exposed. You'll find a link below. This presentation contains images that were used under a Creative Commons license. Click to see the full list of images and attributions.